It's Positively Muskegon. Andy O'Reilly at the beautiful Folkert Community Hub this morning, along with Lisa Tyler, who stopped in today. You are now with Senior Resources here in town.
Absolutely.
Talk up just a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Andy.
The Senior Resources is kind of a broad umbrella.
Right.
Talk a little bit about what Senior Resources does.
A lot of people don't. What we always say is you don't know us until you need us. Senior Resources serves people 60 and over and their caregivers. And it's exactly what the name says when they changed it. We're an area agency on aging, which is designated by the federal government. We've been around for over 40 years.
Is that right?
Right.
Wow.
Since the early 70s. And so we used to be Region 14 area agency on aging. So people might know us as that. And I don't remember when they changed the name to Senior Resources, but we're located right next door at Tanglewood Park, which is a fabulous, fabulous place to be.
It really is a cool place.
It's amazing. And it's still very unique in that you have all these aging services under one roof. It's kind of not really one-stop shopping, but there's the PACE program that Life Circles does and people get really confused about what's in there. When I went to work there last September, people, you're going to be that place where people go for the day. No, that's the PACE program, the program all-inclusive care for the elderly. Oh, you do Meals on Wheels. No, that's Age Well Services. That's another one located. They didn't get me confused with Call 211. At least they knew that one. But
is that where the center is for 211?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool.
I think they may be moving, but for now, that's where they are. And people don't know that so much because it's mostly call-in or people are on the computer.
Sure.
Occasionally they get walk-ins. But Senior Resources funds Age Well and provides funding for a lot of services in the community. So mostly what we do are services in people's homes.
Sure.
And the goal is to keep older people in their homes as long as possible.
Which is important.
Which is what most of them want. Studies show 9 out of 10 people want to stay at home as long as they can. There is a place for nursing homes. Not everybody can, and not everybody wants to be a burden on their family or neighbors, so they choose sometimes to do that. But the vast majority of people want to stay at home. So we're trying to provide services that allow them to do that, and it doesn't take much to do that sometimes.
It really doesn't. And this gets us to the point where, we're talking about a millage here.
Right.
And everybody's always standing there going, oh, great, they want more money. But this is important.
It is. I'm not normally going to go out and advocate for more money. I will for the schools because I'm a strong believer in that. But I have to pay taxes just like everybody else, and I'm a business owner as well, and so all of that impacts us. But this is a proposal in Muskegon County for a half mill. It's on the August 2nd ballot. Okay. And so that will cost somebody who owns a $100,000 home, which is the average home value in Muskegon, $25 a year. That comes out to 6 cents a day.
Nothing.
It's nothing. It's really, give up a few Starbucks coffees and you've got that. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I understand about 5 of those probably, maybe 6 would take care of that. But what it can provide will be immense. At today's property values, it's estimated that annually that would bring in a little over $2 million a year. And what's great about that is Senior Resources has a pretty large budget because we're funded mostly by federal and state dollars, but those ebb and flow depending on what the budgets are doing, and they're very restricted. So there's a waiver program that people who are very low income go into, and there's programs that come from the state, and we take that money and grant it back out into the community, and so it means jobs. And that's the same thing the millage would do. It would mean jobs because it would be whoever is the fiduciary for the money would put that money back into the community to keep people at home. Again, that's the focus of it. And so when you look at the fact that a nursing home can cost easily upwards of $80,000 to $90,000 a year.
Is it really that much?
It's amazing. For people say, but it costs $20 or $22 an hour for somebody to come in and do laundry and some light housekeeping for me. But if you only need that 4 or 5 hours a week for $100 a week, you could stay, if that's what it costs, because your laundry is in the basement and stairs aren't safe for you. And so you can't do those kind of things. Or you need a little transportation help getting to medical appointments. And you have family that helps, but they can't do it all the time.
No, they can't. Everybody's busy.
Or you need the important help of managing your medications, where people come in not only to set it up for the week, but there are all kinds of dispensers you can use that do that. Or just somebody, think about it. I know your parents are both still alive, but not here in Muskegon, I realize.
Well, close enough.
So, but if something happened to your mom, God forbid, and she'll get older, and she needs help bathing. Are you comfortable doing that?
No. Thank you.
You maybe aren't even comfortable doing that with your dad so much.
No.
But that's what...
people are supposed to live forever. I don't want them getting old.
Exactly.
Stop throwing this in my face.
I'm sorry, but we have to. But those are the kind of things that people aren't comfortable with. So it might just be getting mom or dad a bath a couple times a week and getting help. Or even if you are comfortable, to pick up another adult human being and have to bathe them is not an easy thing. Even if you've got a walk-in shower in the chair, it's still, especially a wet body.
Yeah,
it's
right,
challenging.
right.
You've bathed grandchildren, I'm sure. It's hard enough with
No.
You're just Irish. You're pretty much Irish springing yourself then.
I stay away from icky stuff.
Okay, but those are the kind of things that
Yeah.
I think when you do that bathing example, people think about it and go, "Oh, yeah, you're right.
Who wants
I
that?
love my parents,
Right.
but do I want or do they want?
Right.
Because they bathed you."
Right.
That turnaround thing is really can be uncomfortable
Very
for people
uncomfortable.
sometimes.
So it's 6 cents.
Yeah, 6 cents a day.
Is all people are asking
And so,
for.
yeah, so there's a committee of people that approached the county commissioners. They started talking about this 2 years ago, but last year approached the county commissioners. It took us a while to get that through, but the county commissioners are the only people who are authorized to put that countywide millage on there. And there's a public act that the state allows that you can ask for up to a mill for that. And what I think is really interesting, Andy, is that, there are 83 counties in the state of Michigan, one really tiny one, but it's one of the 83. 71 of those counties already have a senior millage.
Yeah, so we're behind.
And they've all passed on the first
Yeah.
time. Yeah, we are. We are surrounded by counties with senior millage. Ottawa doesn't have it in the entire county, but the northern part of it does. Newaygo does. Oceana does. Kent does. Even Lake, Horace County in the state has one. And so we are behind.
Yeah.
And we need to do this because services are, when you look at that and what the senior millage could bring in, because there wouldn't be restrictions on this like there is with the federal and state. So we could be creative in this community. And I know there are programs out there having great ideas of collaborations they could do or things they would do if only they had the money. I just talked to Doug Wood from Orchard View Community Ed, and he said, we've got all kinds of things, but the money's not there because it's grants and it's so strict. So I just think there's some great opportunities, wellness and education programs, certainly some home care, some transportation programs.
Teach them how to use the internet so they can quit calling me.
Well, and those are the kind of things that do happen. I mean, there's a computer lab at Agewell, but there's all kinds of things. Bringing in people to talk about finances, about caregiving, about advanced care planning, which is so important.
Yeah.
You and I should be having those conversations now, not with each other, with our spouses, about what we want to happen should something happen to us. Because if we're lucky, we live to be in our 80s or 90s, but unfortunately, many of us don't. And to know whether you want to be on life support and those kind of things. Those are conversations that's not comfortable to have, but we need to. So it could be bringing in speakers or just educational things. There's so many possibilities. Transportation is a huge issue in the community.
Keep them on the move.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, and socialization is so important. So we focus a lot on, for example, Meals on Wheels that Agewell does. That's that nutrition. Everybody understands what we need to eat. It's a basic need. But the well check that they do on seniors who can't get out of their homes or can't cook for themselves is as important.
Equally as important.
That contact to talk. Because sometimes people who live on their own
are
could go all day or days without talking to somebody.
Hard to believe.
And what is that going to, I mean, you and I are talkative people. You're like cutting off my limbs if I can't talk to people. And so I don't know how I would survive that way.
I think you've done well. I think you got the word out.
Well, I
Everybody
hope so.
out there is wondering now. This is coming up
August 2nd, all day from 8 until 8. You can
8
vote.
until 8.
So
get out and vote. Spend that 6 cents and make sure our what do we call them now? What are
seniors,
they? Seniors,
older adults,
older adults, the generation before us.
Yes. The people who've raised you.
That's it, right there. Lisa, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very
Holler
much.
if we can do anything more for you. Get out and vote August 2nd. Make sure this thing passes on the first run. Let's take care of our senior citizens right here in Muskegon because they took care of us first.